bad movie reviews part 3. We just
We
felt
already
like
did two
doing
of
another
these?
one. Yeah, we did part 1, part 2. But yeah, part 3, we're gonna try to find some more
Part
funny
3.
ones.
People really do be reviewing movies hilariously. I found 2 on Minions: Rise of Gru, of course.
Okay.
I haven't seen the
Yes.
movie yet. This first one is titled Horrible. This movie will probably be in my top 3 of worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
I mean, seriously. This movie had all just humor, and the humor wasn't even good. This
So it
movie
was
was
too much
so
humor.
unfunny, I almost left the theater. Get this.
Okay.
Even my kids had a straight face the entire time at the
No.
theater. Also, I want to mention how horrible the plot was. They didn't need a kid backstory of Gru. Like, that is not needed at all. Horrible movie, and if I could give this a -1, I would.
Oh my gosh. Okay, the thing is, reading that, like, if I read it, it wouldn't have been as funny, but the way that you read it it's just so funny.
I guess I can read the second one.
Yeah, knock up.
The second one I found is it's titled No Yeet.
What? What does that mean?
And it's well, I'll give you the backstory. So Yeet
Okay.
is an artist, I think a
Oh,
rapper
okay. I am
or
an old
something like
man,
that.
so
Or
I'm not up with the times.
I don't exactly know how to describe his music because it's very unique. So No Yeet came to the Minions Rise of Gru in a Tonka, rocking a turban, because I was under
What?
the impression that Yeet exclusively produced, animated, and edited the movie. To my surprise and utter disappointment, quote unquote rich minion wasn't even played in the credits.
What?
And
In a
you may
turban?
be wondering what rich minion is.
Was it a song he made?
I'm pretty sure it's a song he made for the movie,
And
and
it's just not there.
I'm pretty sure it was in the credits, but maybe
Maybe they
this.
just left.
But here's the song.
I don't know if you're playing. Oh, okay. It cut out like most of
Wait, cut out.
that.
Yeah, you get the gist. So yeah, I guess
Wow.
this guy is pretty
He's
disappointed that there was no Yeet and or Rich Minion in the movie.
wow. All right, I found one for a movie called My Girl. Do you know that movie?
Possibly. Is that Macaulay Culkin?
That is Macaulay Culkin.
I've never seen this movie, but
Okay,
go for it.
1 out of 10. Terrible movie. This movie was god awful. I have never cried harder about some little boy I do not know. I do not recommend this movie to the emotionally vulnerable.
Was it sad or something?
Yes, Macaulay Culkin dies. It's not funny, but yeah.
That was just the whole movie?
I mean, no.
Pretty much.
I mean, the whole movie was kind of building
Yes.
up to that, so yeah. Yeah, poor Macaulay.
Wouldn't that make it a good movie though?
It was too sad
Okay, it was too sad.
for
Okay,
this guy.
that's respectable.
I have one for Muppets from Space. The title is "It Goes Against Every One of Jim Henson's Philosophies." If we can understand anything about the Muppets, is that they are kind, true to their characters, enjoy fun, are self-deprecating, mean well even if they do wrong, and are ultimately all about the positives that live in the souls of everyone. All of that is 180 degrees from Muppets from Space, a film that bears absolutely no resemblance to any of the elements that defined the Muppets while Jim Henson was still alive. The film is filled with insult humor, gracious violent behavior, and scary images, most of which are inappropriate for children to see, and all of which are completely out of character for the Muppets. As an example, in the very first moments of the film, Gonzo is trapped in the storm that will flood the Earth. Noah doesn't permit him to enter the Ark because he doesn't know what he is. It's a horrible message to send at the very start, and the film only goes downhill from that point.
What is your species?
I don't know.
Then you are doomed!
No! No!
It's not funny. It's not entertaining. It's not meaningful, and it's not Muppet. If nothing else, Muppets from Space proves what a visionary Jim Henson was, in that unfortunately, no one in his organization grasped his philosophy, even slightly. Now you know why the Muppets have languished since Jim left.
Languished?
Languished.
Languished?
I meant to say languished.
Languished. I like this title of review on one random review from 13 Reasons Why.
Uh-huh.
By some distance, the absolute worst thing I ever seen. I just love the titles on these, actually. They're all super long reviews, but just the titles. Hannah
Yeah.
Baker is a narcissist sociopath.
I like this review for Edward Scissorhands, made in 2001. 1 out of 10 stars. The worst movie I've ever seen. If I would write all the bad things of this movie, I would get serious injuries in my hands. I just say, 1, the extremely bad actors. 2, the absorbed story. I mean, find a freak at the top of a mountain with hands made of scissors. Couldn't they have come up with anything a little more exciting? 3, the moral. 4, the biggest question. Why is the boyfriend so mean against Edward? He has no reasons. Just want to say it's a big candidate to the first place on the what? Just want to say it's a big candidate to the first place on top 100 worst movies of all time. This review, 1 star, 1 out of 10, worst movie ever for Ferris Bueller's Day Off. No wonder the generations of kids are getting progressively worse when you have a film that is considered an iconic classic and its main character is a completely selfish, arrogant, inconsiderate, rebellious, egotistical, loveless, unlikable narcissist. Everyone else in this movie everyone else in the movie served little purpose but to act utterly stupid and help glorify the character that is Ferris. It is not the type of message you want to send out to a world that is full of people already interested in only living for themselves and self-glorification. Let's just reinforce all of that, shall we? Every physical copy ever made of this humorless, abhorrent movie belongs in the trash. I wish I could give it less than a 1.
Abhorrent.
Yes.
You fellas have nothing to worry about. I'm a professional.
Professional what?
This is a long review, but the title for this review on Cars 3, they gave it 1 out of 10 stars and said, even Mater cannot save this one.
It seems impossible. I'm finding all these. This isn't a movie, but I'm finding all of these reviews for The Office when it first came out, and people hated this show. Like all these are from like 2005, and everybody's like, this show is trash. That was so bad, an abomination. Ouch, worse than I thought possible. Worst TV show ever. Painful to watch. Wow, this show is horrible. All the actors are doing horrible impersonations of the original characters from the British version, I'm guessing. And it just comes out bad. The worst new characters have got to be the boss and Dwight. These 2 actors are butchering the original characters. Ricky Gervais is an amazing actor and comedian. The guy playing his character should just stick to commercials where he belongs. Dwight is also horrid. At least the other actors try to recreate their British counterparts. Has he even seen the original? I love the British version and wish US television would just leave British humor alone. Oh my gosh.
Sounds like Ricky Gervais playing that review.
Ricky Gervais is like, I haven't even seen the original show.
Oh my gosh, Michael Scott is
The heck?
literally butchering my character. This Cars 3 review. Like a rubbish final. Please delete Cars 3.
Delete it.
Cruz Ramirez, the worst character in this film. Nobody like him.
Isn't it she?
I think so, yes.
Nobody like him.
Nobody like him.
And that's it?
That's it. That's
Nobody like him. The end.
it's
Post.
a 2-sentence review. The Angry Birds movie.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Somebody did a 1 out of 10 stars, titled, and I thought the game ruffled my feathers. And it's 1,
I love the
2,
bird humor.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 paragraphs long.
10 paragraph, like actual full-on paragraphs?
Yes.
What?
And I'm pretty sure it's littered with bird puns. 1 out of 10 stars. Terribly movie.
Is that it? I really hope that's it. It's literally perfect.
The 3 paragraphs don't top it
Oh
whatsoever.
my gosh. 1 out of 10, the Lego Movie, an unrelenting piece of crap. This film was like watching a 1 hour 40 advert for Lego. I think the fundamental problem is that Lego is a great medium for telling other people's stories, to which the plethora of characters in the film allude. Star Wars, Batman, pirates, but it's not really an interesting subject for a story in itself. Although, to say that it's completely lacking in story may be a little harsh, as this is largely a copy of The Matrix for 8-year-olds. In this case, however, despite the principal character's initial self-doubt and the ensuing voyage of personal discovery, it turns out that there actually is nothing special about him. Instead, we have a film that panders to the latent insecurity of its audience of yuppie parents whose deepest fear is that their child might not be that special after all. Don't worry, though. It turns out that everyone's special with Lego. Additionally, while he doesn't appear until towards the end of the film, Will Ferrell's presence can be felt throughout. The film thinks it's hilarious when it's actually just boring.
Will Ferrell's presence can be felt
throughout. The film thinks it's hilarious when it's actually just boring, with a boring plot and boring characters polished with some fancy animation. I read a review in The Guardian that suggested an underlying message of citizen empowerment where anyone has the ability to mold and influence the society in which they live. I think it's reading too much into it. It was about buying Lego. Don't waste your money or your time. You could be building Lego instead.
I read a review in The Guardian.
This guy.
Wow.
Yeah. That's it, guys. That's all. Yeah.
I'll take us out.
It always cuts out for like 5 seconds. Thanks for watching.